Hey guys, what is up? CustomTrippster here, and today I'm bringing you my first episode of my new series called Gamesploration. But before that, let's talk about the gameplay. The first gameplay is Frost from the Apocalypse DLC. The second gameplay is Takeoff, also from the Apocalypse DLC. And of course, the final and third gameplay is Zombies Origin, also part of the Apocalypse DLC. Now, in Gamesploration, we're going to go over my first impressions and my opinion of Call of Duty Black Ops 2 Apocalypse DLC. Now, of course, Gamesploration, if you don't know, is my first impression series, so let's get this first episode underway. Now, this DLC contains many, well, not many maps, I wouldn't say many, 4 multiplayer maps, and 1 zombies map called Origins. So let's start out with this beautiful winter wonderland with the very creative name of Frost. Now, Frost, in my opinion, is the best map of this DLC pack. It's got a wide range of ways you can engage combat with your foes, different ways to travel throughout the map. You can either go over the bridge, which is the most chaotic way to go. You can either go stealth and go under the bridge and attack your foes, or you can go around the map to get to your foe's spawn point. Really, this map works for about any game mode, and I was very surprised on how this map was with Hardpoint. This map is a great Hardpoint map. The middle map is on top of the bridge, so there will be some amazing firefights to get to that middle flag. Overall, this map is amazing, and I love it. It is my favorite map of this DLC. Now, on the opposite end of the spectrum of amazing, we have Dig. Now, Dig is more like a corn maze, you know, where you got lost and you were like crying because you were such a munchkin you couldn't look over the maze to see where you could go. Well, that's pretty much Dig for you. So Dig is pretty much a corn maze of death. There's literally about 7 ways you can get to the middle, so you really can't stack up score streaks that easily. Now, I'm not saying it's skill-based, I'm saying it's just cheap, the amount of ways you can die. There's so many enemies hiding behind corners. This is really camper's paradise. I mean, if you like to rush, you are going to die. And I don't know about you, but I don't like those campers. I kind of want to snipe their heads off. So yeah, Dig is a terrible map for any game mode. I'm not saying it's the worst map, but it's definitely in that squadron. That's a terrible word. Group, I guess. Group of bad maps. It is the worst map of this DLC pack. Now, coming back up to the good maps, let's talk about Takeoff, which is this gameplay right here. Yes, I timed it perfectly. Go editing skills. So Takeoff takes place on this floating rocket base, and pretty much you're fighting around it. Now, this map really, well, I wouldn't say really, sort of reminded me of the layout of Meltdown. It has about 3 or 4 buildings in it, but there's 2 buildings surrounding the middle circle. So pretty much 2 teams can get in the building and pretty much snipe either the base or they can snipe each other. So it sort of reminds me of Meltdown, which I like the layout of Meltdown. There's not really a lot of ways you can go in this map. You can either go straight to the base on the ground, or you can travel through the buildings, either on the first story or second story. But I enjoy this map. I think it's a good map overall. It works with about every other game mode, like Frost. I'm guessing it does have some of shortcomings with some game modes, but overall, Takeoff is one of my favorite maps. And finally, we have Pod. Now, Pod is a good map also. It's a very interesting map. It's pretty much you're in a failed utopian village, and what you're doing is there's these little houses, pod-shaped houses that you go through. There's also these roads you can travel on, and it's kind of interesting because you can easily hop from going on a main road to in these pods to take cover, and then you can come out and blast your enemies to death. It's a really interesting way that Treyarch designed this map. So there's two main roads in Demolition. One road contains flag A, one road contains flag B, and both roads have, one road has a lot of pods on it, and then one road just kind of has buildings as a cover instead of pods. So it's kind of a different layout for each road, and it's a really enjoyable map. It does have its shortcomings like the other maps, though. Sometimes it is a bit cheap, people kind of just popping out of the pods. This is a good sniping map if you can get the right pod and you can get the right sight on your enemies, so that may be a bit frustrating. Also, this is a terrible hardpoint map because a hardpoint is in one of the pods, and since the pods are so small, they are super small. This is like Indian style small. I mean, really, if this is a utopian village, don't you think the people in the future can create bigger houses? I mean, really, you think they're going to live in smaller houses? Well, I guess not. They like small houses. So, that's pod for you. Yeah, it's not a good hardpoint map because if you have a shotgun, you're automatically going to win. Now, with the multiplayer maps out of the way, they are very good multiplayer maps aside from Dig. Now let's get into the core aspect of this DLC. Zombies Origins. This literally blew my mind. I was very impressed by this mode. This mode is a ton of fun with friends. So, Zombies Origins is pretty much the normal zombies, but amplified by 100. I'm not a big fan of normal zombies because the maps are so small and it's not really fun. It gets boring after a while. But in Origins, it's pretty much a campaign with your friends. I mean, there's actually an end to it. And it's really, really fun to play. You can do a ton of things within this game. It's kind of its own game, to be honest. It's bigger than any other Zombies DLC or map, and it's amazing. So what you can do with this map is you can do a couple of things. You can actually follow a storyline, which you have to free this creepy chick named Samantha because, I don't know, she's the damsel in distress. She's like Princess Peach. She can't get herself out because she's a lazy bum. Or the zombies trapped her because, I don't know. I mean, wouldn't she run away? I mean, how can zombies catch up to her and who knows? Women are stupid. We've already come to this. You should know this. Yeah. So, in this, you can save Samantha. You can either blast some zombie heads up. If that's not enough for you, if that doesn't satisfy your needs, then you can be chased by some zombie robots that pull you in and then blast you like a grilled cheese sandwich with their flamethrowers, which is definitely satisfying. Yeah, I love being burned to bits and pieces. Or you can be stomped on by 300-foot robots in 1918 France. Yes, I don't know what Treyarch was smoking. Maybe they had a serious ADHD moment. But they decided to put these big robots that, yep, this one's about to stomp on me. And literally, you're like, nope, the foot's not going to hit me, and bam! And somehow you survive that. So you can you can also collect these different music parts and collectibles, or you can also turn on all the generators, which the generators help you. If you turn one on, you can access mystery boxes and other goodies. Overall, this DLC was a ton of fun, and I would definitely recommend everyone go and gets it. So guys, If you like this video, please comment, rate, and subscribe. Definitely like this video. I will have more content coming up later, and just tell me what you guys want to see on this channel. So, thank you guys for watching. Really appreciate it. Another video should be up very soon. Thanks for watching, and have an amazing day. See you guys.